It is almost halfway through the campaigning period, and both Barisan Nasional and Pakatan Rakyat are pulling all the stops, especially in this state of Selangor. But there has been some controversy with the Selangor DAP candidates list. Selangor DAP chairman Teresa Kok is here with us in our studio to give us the lowdown. I'm Regina Lee, and you're watching GE13, the Showdown. Hi Teresa, welcome to Switch Up TV.
Yep.
So Teresa, one of the biggest surprises in this lineup of DAP candidates is that you are not defending your Kinrara seat. Now, your achievements as the EXCO in charge of investments have been quite impressive, 49.75 billion during your tenure. So why don't you want to continue?
Well, I think this GE is quite different compared to the previous general elections, where in this GE we are actually talking about, capturing Putrajaya, the federal government. So, with my party policy is they try to have candidate one person, one seat. Then if I'm asked to choose, then I choose parliament, because I think that in these elections there will be high chance for us to be one step higher to make Barisan Nasional the opposition of Malaysia.
Now, it is interesting that you said that your party wants the members to choose only one seat. But there are some exceptions, like Anthony Loke, Ngai Kuham, Nga Koming. What makes them so special that they can contest in two seats?
I think it all comes back to the environment of the party in that state. I try not to analyze that, but in Selangor, for Kinrara, it has been seen as a rather safe seat now. After I have worked there, plowed the ground for 5 years. So for me, I'm happy to let go to another new person, another person handpicked by me, which I believe he can do a good job. So I'm okay to contest only one seat.
But some DAP sources are also saying that you might be feeling a bit too stressed out because of your EXCO portfolio. Is that true?
Actually, to be EXCO is stressful for everybody. To be Menteri Besar is even worse. So, the main reason for me, for my party leadership is that we need to groom more new persons, new people to come out to be, the second liner and so on. So, for me, that's okay. I give up Kinrara because it's just next to me. And as of this, just now, I was still, walking around with my Kinrara candidate. So I'm still helping out in Puchong whenever they have ceramah. Every night I go there to make sure that DAP will win Puchong Parliament and the Kinrara State and even Sri Sedang State seat.
Now, going back to Selangor, why were there so many incumbents dropped? People like Ronnie Liu and Teratai's Janice Lee. She seemed to think that she's still very popular with her constituents. Do you think that this is a liability?
You see, I think each person that being dropped, it has to do with their performance. And some of the candidates are related to some integrity issue and image problem. And so all this complicated, each person has different reason, right? For the State Committee, we presented our views. But the ultimate say is the four-man committee of the Central Executive Committee of the party, the Candidate Selection Committee of the party.
Okay, now hold that thought. We're going to go for a short break. But when we come back, we'll be talking to Seputeh parliamentary candidate Teresa Kok over how the fight for Selangor is shaping up between Barisan Nasional and Pakatan Rakyat. Stay with us. Welcome back. With us here in our studio is Selangor DAP Chairman Teresa Kok. Now, she has just told us a little bit about the Selangor DAP candidates, why some were dropped and some were retained. And now let's talk about the fight that's happening in Selangor between Barisan Nasional and Pakatan Rakyat. Now, most interestingly, just a few days ago, former Selangor MB Mat Tait has joined PAS, and he is now openly asking voters to support DAP. But DAP was extremely vocal about his Australian controversy in 1997.
Yes.
Do you think that he is an asset or do you think he is an asset or a liability, especially to the voters that DAP is trying to target?
Well, I think Muhammad Tait is targeting the Malay ground. As you know, UMNO is quite strong in Selangor too. I think for Muhammad Tait to join PAS and not joining DAP, I think it's a plus point for Pakatan Rakyat. Because like this morning when I joined the Pakatan Rakyat Selangor meeting, then I was told by our PAS friend that Muhammad Tait's speaking schedule is full and there are still many invitations. Because I think a lot of people, especially the UMNO members, the Malay ground, the Malay folks, they are very interested to hear from him, a former Menteri Besar of Selangor, now joined PAS and campaign for Pakatan Rakyat. So I think he's a crowd puller, though I think it's a plus point for Pakatan Rakyat at this stage.
But does DAP have their doubts about him, given his background and the strong opposition that DAP had for him in the past?
Well, I always see that, if somebody wants to repent before they go back to the Lord, I think we should encourage.
Okay, so now what do you make of the campaign in Selangor? Najib is personally overseeing the BN campaign in the state. Can Pakatan defend it?
I would think that if the electoral roll is clean, if all these rumours about phantom voters are not in existence and they just stay as rumours, I believe that we can capture back Selangor. Because I say this based on the reaction of the public when we have our rally, and also when we go around, walk about in our respective constituency. Even when I asked our past Selangor leaders, I asked them, what was the reaction of the Malay ground when they have the rally, the ceramah and the program. And they say that the reaction now is better than 2008. So I believe that it is hopeful if the elections is clean.
But Pakatan Rakyat didn't do so well in the rural areas in 2008. Do you think that is now different?
That's why the role of Muhammad Tait is very important now. When he goes down to Sungai Panjang, Sabak Benam, the kind of rural areas, UMNO stronghold, I believe a lot of UMNO members and Malay just like to come out to hear from him.
And there you have it. Thank you, Teresa, again for joining us, and we wish you all the best in your campaign. I'm Regina Lee, and keep watching GE13, The Showdown, for more updates and interviews. Goodbye.